Welcome back. We are on our last packet on video number 46. We're watching video number 46 and we are on page 4. We are going to learn about functions today. So I started it, but I had to stop the last video because I made a mistake. So I already have the word the written. So what a function means is the x value doesn't repeat. Oops, sorry. So a function means that my x value doesn't repeat. You could also say that each input, you haven't heard that word yet, but an input means the x, has only one output. And if you guessed it, output means y. So a function means that the x value doesn't repeat. In other words, every input only has one output. So every x value only has one y value. So for example, a function would be, if I wrote the points 0, 6, 1, 2, and 3, 7, we'll say. This is a function because my x values of 0, 1, and 3 are not repeating. So this is a function. In order to make a relation not a function, my x value would have to repeat. So if I had the same function or the same relation that I just wrote, but this time I added the ordered pair 0, -1, we'll say, this is not a function because the 0 repeats. So because one of my x values repeated, this was not a function. So we're gonna do number 1 together. It says determine whether the given relation is a function. So I'm gonna circle all of my x values. That's what we're looking at when we're determining if a relation is a function. So my x values are 5, 3, 2, 0, and -1. I did not say any number twice, so this is a function. So all you need to write is yes. We're gonna skip down to number 5. They give us x values of 3, -1, 0, 2, and 3. Did I repeat a number there? Did I say the same number twice? I certainly did. I said the number 3 twice, which means that this would not be a function. So we are determining whether these are functions. So the answer would be no. And then the last one we're going to do is number 12. So the number 12 says when x is -4, the y value is 4. When x is -1, the y value is -1. Also, when x is -1, y is 7. So because I have 2 arrows coming off the same x value, that means that this x is repeating. So this would not be a function. So these can get a little tricky. The mapping looks a little different, but when there's 2 arrows coming off of one of the x values, it is not a function because that means that x value is repeating. Okay, if we flip to page 5. So now we're going to get into the vertical line test. It says, when given the graph of a relation, the vertical line test can be used to determine whether a relation is a function. The vertical line test states, if a vertical line touches a graph more than once, the graph is not a function. So for example, if I had this graph right here and I drew a vertical line through it, I'll use a different color for you. So if I drew a vertical line through this, that's only going to hit my graph one time, which makes that a function. But if I had a graph that looked like this, and I drew a vertical line through that graph, that hits my graph 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So that is not a function because that line hit the graph 4 times. So let's take a look at number 14. So 14 is just points. It's not a connected function like we had in the top 2 examples. So if I draw a line down each of these points, I'll do a different color again. Am I hitting more than 1 point at a time? No. Only 1 point there. Only 1 point there. But here, I hit 2 points with that vertical line. So both of these points have the same x value of -3. So this would not be a function because this vertical line hit the graph more than once. Let's jump to number 18. Number 18, I'm going to draw a vertical line on my graph. That hit the graph 1, 2 times. So this would not be a function either. Right now, you are going to finish page 4 and page 5. So go ahead and finish page 4 and page 5, please. And submit when you are finished. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you have a great day. Bye, everybody.